This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're going to be fixing an LG dishwasher that won't power up. We're getting no lights and no reaction from the power button. None of the buttons do anything, no sound and no lights. So we can check the breaker, make sure that the breaker is turned on. It's probably going to be this thing though, which is called a noise filter or a line filter. And this helps protect the dishwasher from a spike in electricity coming into the dishwasher. And here's the little fuse that's built into this line filter. Sometimes that fuse will blow if too much voltage comes in. It's probably what's gone wrong with this dishwasher. We're going to check a few things though that could be causing it not to power up. So we've already checked to make sure that the breakers are on. We reset them. It should just be one breaker for the dishwasher. And we're going to, now the power is back on, we're going to check with our power meter, our multi-tester, to see if there's voltage here. And it was showing 121 volts, so that's good. So we know there's power coming into the dishwasher. Now we're going to unplug it or turn off the breaker so we have no power. And we're going to do a little disassembly. We're going to take out these screws here. These are Torx 15 screws. We're going to zip these out along the perimeter. Got a whole bunch of them that we're going to remove. Okay, so we removed all the perimeter screws except for the last two at the very bottom. This is going to let us bring back the front panel a little bit so we can wiggle off this top part, the console. And that's where we can do a couple of tests. We want to test a little fuse that's on the main control board right here for continuity. If that one's blown, then you need to replace the control board. But this one we can hear it beeps, so we know it has good continuity. You could also test the door switch, although the door switch was messed up. You probably would still get the lights coming on, so it's most likely not the door switch, but good to test that for continuity. So those all check out. So we think that probably it's this thing we saw earlier called the noise filter or the line filter. So we're going to get the dishwasher out of the cabinet, take out these screws at the top. Sometimes the dishwasher has a long enough fill line and drain line where you may not have to disconnect those things. You might be able to just pull out the dishwasher far enough where you can get to this noise filter. In this one I did disconnect the water line under the sink. First I turned off the valve by turning all the way to the right, and then I removed the water line just using a pair of pliers. You can use a wrench. I also disconnected the drain line by pulling up on the air gap here over by the kitchen faucet. So I unscrewed this nut holding it on and I pushed it down into the counter and then I pulled it from under the sink so I could get to it a little bit easier. And then I just had a Phillips head screw I had to loosen so I could pull the hose off of the air gap. Pretty easy. But again, you may have enough of a drain line, a long enough drain line, a long enough fill line where you may not even have to remove all this stuff. When you start removing the dishwasher, if you feel like it's not coming out, it could still be connected, and that would mean it would be smart to remove those. So I'm going to now grab these little feet in the front and twist to the right, which will make the dishwasher drop down a little bit to make it easier to get out. We've already disconnected the Phillips head screws at the top that were holding it to the cabinet. I just got to get this thing out about halfway at least so I can get to the right side of it. And this one, it's so close to the cabinet, I have to pull it all the way out. And here's the little gizmo that we have to replace. I just took the two modular power connections off. I just wiggled those off, a red one and a white one. And then I'm going to take one Phillips head screw out. It's kind of hard to get to though. you can't even see it, you have to kind of feel it, but it's on the left side of this noise filter, and I'm just going to use my little ratchet with a Phillips head screw, and I'm going to undo that screw. It's a long screw, so it might take a little while. But you undo that screw, undo the two modular power connections, so wiggle them off, and then you're going to pull this thing a little bit to your right to make it let go, and then you can just pull out the line filter. So I think with this one is there was a voltage spike, and instead of the electricity frying the brain, it fried the fuse in this line filter, and that's why we didn't have any power. So just take your time. It's going to take a little while to get that screw out. So pull this thing to the right, and we get this line filter pulled out, and we can test the fuse on this thing. We have to scrape away a little of the epoxy on top of the fuse so we can get our meter on it. And sure enough, this fuse was dead. It was popped because of a spike in voltage. So now we have the new one in position, and we're going to put in the little screw that holds it, and then we'll put on the two modular connectors. Just make sure we get those all the way in. So I'm just tightening up that screw right now. It'll take a little while because that's a long screw. I don't know why they use such a long screw. Now we're putting on those two modular connectors. The one on the left is red, the one on the right is white. We got those in tight. We're going to put the dishwasher back in. I'm going to push the drain line back on and put the air gap back up into position. Put the little nut on it. Get that tight. So get that, squeeze that down tight. Put the little silver cap back on. I'm going to plug it back in. This one was plugged in underneath the cabinet behind the dishwasher. Sometimes it's underneath the sink. This one was behind the dishwasher. We got it plugged back in. And when we tested for power, we got power. So that was that line filter. That was the cure. And now we're just going to hook up the water line again. Get that on tight. Dishwasher back into position. Testing it, it's doing great. And we're going to raise those feet so the dishwasher's nice and level. We put those two Phillips head screws back in to hold it at the top into the cabinet. Not all of the LGs have this way of being connected into the cabinet. Sometimes the screws come in from the side. And here's a little schematic. It shows the line voltage here on the lower left. That's where the fuse was. I'm putting the bottom plate back in the kick plate with two Phillips head screws. And we have a good working LG dishwasher again. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.